Welcome back, everybody, to Now Loading, the GamerNerdz podcast featuring myself, Dinx, and my boy Voice here.
Booyah!
So this is episode 2. Today is the 15th of December, 2011.
Yep.
Heading towards the end of the year, and a couple of new things have come out since me and Voice last blessed the mic. So Voice, what do you think of that new Xbox 360 dashboard?
I don't want to start off with me because I'm going to start, saying all my negatives and people are going to start hating me. I'm not saying I don't necessarily like it.
You say that every single episode podcast we do.
That I don't necessarily like it. It's either necessarily is put there so I don't get, too hated on.
But no one actually hates you. But anyways,
I'm unhateable. Okay, but see the thing, because the new dashboard came out. And I get what Microsoft is doing. They're trying to streamline, the new dashboard with the new Windows Mobile, I guess, whatever. And
it's called Metro Voice.
Whatever. So the thing is that fine, I get it for a phone. Like if this was on my phone, I say it's fantastic. But it's just that when I look at it on my huge screen, it kind of looks like the information seems really compacted, kind of centralized in the middle of the screen, that's
the whole idea, dude.
But that for me, it feels like there's a waste of things, there's space in the screen not being used. I feel like I should suddenly go to my TV and start sliding like I'm using an iPhone. It just feels a little weird. I understand the reason behind it. Again, they're trying to be more streamlined, trying to be a little bit more like Apple.
So hold on, ladies and gentlemen. So Voice said that there's too much empty space on the screen when everything is compact, but if you guys recall, the previous version of the Xbox Dashboard was basically scrolling tiles going vertical with lots of empty space, particularly in your friends list, which took a million years to go through.
Okay,
so
I'm not saying that.
No.
I'm not saying it's that the previous version was better. I'm saying in some ways it was. I did prefer the previous version. No, the previous version. It felt a little bit more. I don't know. It felt more like a gamer's platform.
More like dispersed. Information was everywhere.
Information was everywhere. In the new one, fine. It's more clear cut and whatever. But information is.
It's not supposed to be.
Information is still everywhere. I still when I'm navigating it, it does seem a little confusing. I don't know. There's something about it I don't necessarily like, and I'm not saying it's everything. There are things I like. For example, I like the inclusion of apps. They know the whole idea of suddenly having it's called apps, right? And
this is his experience. He doesn't even know what he's doing.
No, that's true. They have the apps. They brought back the Facebook, Twitter, whatever from before, but now you have YouTube, things like that. And yesterday, before YouTube was still kind of put in the coming soon section, and yesterday, I don't know when it became available, but I checked out yesterday and it was there. And I checked out the YouTube, and fine, it's cool having all these different things on your, it's kind of more, it's like a little app store for Microsoft, but I don't know, man. There's something about it I don't necessarily like.
So I think for those of you listening, you need to chime in and actually try to break down Voice's argument, because he didn't actually make any negative points. He's just trying to take that role. I think actually it's a big step up from the last dashboard. It is based exactly on the Windows mobile device, and the fact that everything is more condensed. It's all horizontal. You're not scrolling through a million lists, and the inclusion of if you guys have Connect, then you can do the Connect search through Bing. So through all the titles, all the game content, I think that's really cool, and it's just condensed. It's compact. It's not like you're not scrolling through a million lists and then scrolling left to right and up and down. It's on that screen. And a couple things like adding beacons so your friends can see what you're playing, or you can notify them when they're playing. There's things like cloud storage. I think it's a big improvement for the last one, but we still have detractors here who apparently can't formulate his argument.
But that's the thing. I'm not saying it's necessarily bad. I'm saying there are a lot of good points. I do appreciate it, but at the same time, I'm just one of those people who still prefers the one in the version before. And I'm not
delete it. You don't have to.
No, I know,
you can format your hard
drive. I don't want to go back. I'm not one of those people who cannot deal with changes in technology, because I'm a techie, so I like things to change, but I don't necessarily like this movement. I do appreciate them trying to be more. They're trying to streamline everything. They're trying to be more, have the same thing across different platforms, but I just don't feel like for something that's on your computer, on your TV screen, it just doesn't make sense to me.
See, but this is just total confusion.
This is what it's like dealing with.
He's not sure what he's doing. Yeah. Anyways, before we keep going on this trend and let Voice make up these nonsensical arguments.
What I do.
So let's tell the people we've been playing, Mr. Voice.
Okay, well, right now I'm actually I just beat Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Poor thing.
No, like, okay, fine. Okay, I'm not gonna give any details on my opinion on the thing because I do like. I want to have it all in the review, and I'll be doing soon. So I did beat that, and now I'm playing Saints Row, and I wanted to move on to Skyrim, but I can't stop playing Saints Row. It's just like.
It's like Voice's head in a video game.
Yeah, it really is.
He wants to do something, he can do it in Saints Row. But he wants to call an airstrike, he can do it in Saints Row. He wants to kill some people on his floating hover bike, he can do it in Saints Row. He wants to beat someone with a 12-foot purple dildo. Well, let me tell you, you can do that in Saints Row.
But see, it's like you start up the game, and things like I'm not getting into too much detail, but like if you play the first and the second game, fine. It was kind of like a jokey satire kind of take on Grand Theft Auto and everything. So it's kind of like more jokey, but it was still kind of like, it was a gangster game, whatever. This one is like it's like it's making fun of itself, and it's insane. Like one of the first missions you do, like you're flying, you jump out of a plane, and you're jumping back into the plane, jumping out the back. It's just like, what the hell is going on? Like every mission seems like so a friend of mine, I was talking to him about it, and he was saying like he's French, and he said, like Saints Row is like c'est n'importe quoi, and like that means it's like whatever, like it's like the developers just said, hey, you wanna put this in there? Like, yeah, why not? And it's like it's what it is. It's like anyway, so
launching flying octopus bazooka guns and stuff with I saw trailers and I've seen Voice play. It looks pretty crazy.
The airstrikes are amazing, man.
But like anything else?
You know what? No, like I'm really trying to play. I'm really trying to get my
maybe Skyrim or Skyward Sword, because you realize that we are gonna be 2 months late with that review. But
I will get into Skyrim, I promise. But like I said, I just beat Assassin's Creed, and I did like I pretty much did everything, all the got all the collectibles, did it because I'm that person that can't stop collecting everything. So I'm finally done with the game, and I'm moving on to Saints Row, but I'll be done with it soon. Then I'll move on to Skyrim, Skyward. I mean, what are you playing?
I don't know. I think Voice is on some speed or something today, because usually, it's equal speech on this podcast. But I'm still playing Battlefield 3, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. Still trying to beat Super Mario 3D Land. I am playing Skyrim because there are some people who want to see a review 7 years after the Ultimate Game of the Year edition comes out. Then there's also Skyward Sword, which we also have to get around to. So it actually feels good to play a Wii title after all this time, because I think the only Wii titles we really played this year were Metroid Other M, and let's never talk about that again. So.
10 seconds until I gave that game. Actually, no. I before we move on from this, I did just pick up Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. I'm a little late on that. But I just got it because I don't. You guys, you guys write me and let me know, because Dinx says that Metal Gear Peace Walker for the PSP is now Metal Gear Solid 5.
Well, why is it included on the disc?
I don't know.
It
really?
says Metal Gear Solid Collection.
It's weird that they suddenly included as like this is now number 5.
It was never sudden. It was what's his face? Kojima said that it was number 5.
When? Anyway, so yeah. Anyway,
the game's been out for a while, boys. Relax.
I will say this though. So Dinx recently got, like he said, he's playing Battlefield 3. Like anyway, initially I don't know if he was gonna if he was even gonna play it, but like. The new maps, all the new maps, the DLC, whatever that were being announced. And
that sold me, man.
It really did. Like, he would not stop sending me videos.
There was 2 videos. There was the Gulf of Oman and the how. Okay, he's just talking out his ass.
I'm just gonna say this right now. Like those, you guys don't know. Like, I mean, you guys see what we're like, when we're reviewing. But what it's really like is like, because Dinx really, he's the guy. He's on NeoGAF. He's always like getting all these videos. So he's always sending them to me because like I'm a hardcore gamer, but I don't always have.
No. He listens to IGN and GameSpot, but
yeah, I do like IGN and GameSpot. But the thing is like I'm a hardcore gamer, but like I don't necessarily go out of my way to go find all the trailers. Like, so it's really cool. I have Dinx always sending me stuff, so keeping me up to date. So I don't know why I was going.
Yeah, because otherwise he'd be stuck on like Modern Warfare 1 or something.
Booyah! Alright, so I guess let's just move on from this because I can go on forever. Let's talk about the VGA Awards, man.
So, quote-unquote awards, honestly, I don't think anyone really takes those seriously.
Nope.
But it is like a big video game shindig, and I think the coolest thing that comes out of it are the trailers. Last year we had Arkham City revealed and other things. So this year we had a couple of big games. One of my most anticipated titles is Transformer War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, but that's all we're going to talk about because Voice doesn't know a Transformer from a GoBot. I think one of the biggest ones was Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, it was probably the single worst trailer that I will say that it looks cool. The way what they showed though, I just like I think what they want to show that Shepard can run, because the whole trailer is him running, and it's like he says at one point he says,
"Go back to the
everyone take cover," and then he runs out in the open, you know, dodging this huge Reaper that's trying to kill him. So, I mean, the running animation looks really cool, and then he runs up, presses a button and stuff. But I was like, this is what you decide to show? Like, this is the trailer? Like. It got me hyped, but I was like,
"No, really?
What were you thinking?"
He was just like, "Run! Go back to the ship!
Run!" Like, what's his face, Garrus, and the new dude come. They're like, "Oh, Shepard, you pressed the button. Okay, go back to the ship." And then jog casually back. I was like,
yeah, it's a weird trailer. Did you? I just recently watched the Metal Gear Rising Revengeance trailer, and I don't know.
Let me explain something here. So Voice is going to take, you know, I'm just guessing will take the, oh, get off my lawn, you little kid, because Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance or Transferring, whatever the hell it's called.
What is it called?
So literally looks like Ninja Gaiden with Raiden.
Yes.
And it's made by the guys who make Bayonetta, which is our favorite action game of all time. I'm trying to tell him he's going to like it, but he's like, no, there's no stealth, there's no emotion. Where are my 60-minute cutscenes? By the way,
there are like 1,000 cutscenes. I'm
Konami
sure.
is
Konami
and Kojima, in his Fox Studios, they're going to be making the cutscenes in the game, so it will artificially extend the length by 17 hours. But you're still gonna have the crazy stuff. So Voice, I don't know, you're weird on this.
I don't. It's not. It's just like I find like I like Ninja Gaiden. I love Bayonetta. I love these games. But like it's. I'm not saying I want this game to be stealthy. I'm not saying that no, don't change direction. I'm up for change.
That's exactly what you're saying.
But it's just this direction. I find Raiden has a sword.
Wait,
whatever.
Okay, you just said don't change direction, but this direction I don't.
This particular one I don't like. I mean, really slicing people into like 1,000 pieces. Like really, it just.
It's the guys who make Bayonetta. The woman who can transform into a leopard with guns on her feet.
It's fine, okay. And it's gonna be really weird me saying this, but like I know already Metal Gear series is a little over the top, right? Fine, but there's still that element of realism behind the game, and then this one just seems like
okay, no, we're not talking about realism.
This
is the same series where there's a unliving, non-dying vampire, huge robot mechs and stuff. This is literally like the cutscenes in Metal Gear Solid 4 where Raiden goes, buck wild, and then you transfer to Snake doing his stealth mode. I think it's very good they took this route. They didn't show anything for a while, and I actually am excited. There's another video of Kojima talking about it, and there's more footage than from the initial trailer, which you should actually go see, because I showed that to Voice, and he's like, maybe I do like this game, but I'm going to take this position anyways.
No, what I said is that I'm not sure about this, but I will still get the game.
Then why are you arguing then?
Because
what, you want to hate on it?
Because no, I'm not trying to hate it. I don't know. It's something about having this whole Bayonetta concept behind a Metal Gear
like
game.
I said, the old guy, he's like, oh, I don't like change. Yeah, I think should be stuck in the 40s.
Listen, I'm an advocate for change. I'm the same guy in the Assassin's Creed review is gonna say, hey, Ubisoft, it's time to take a break. Let's change things up. I'm gonna say that in my review. I'm gonna say that in my review.
They want to make money, and you guys keep buying it, so you're getting Assassin's Creed 3 next year. Last thing I want to talk about before we finish is going to be the Bioshock Infinite video, which was actually really short, but the game is finally coming out this year, and hopefully we'll still be around to play it because the world's going to end in probably a year or so.
Yep, apparently.
Doesn't show that much, but the game looks really, really polished. You have the main... the woman character trying to say, I forgot her name, but like the whole like rail action, and it just looks like a really good quality Bioshock, and I think 2K Games are gonna make a really, 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 really fantastic game.
No, before I even cut this off, what I think the single game I actually am really looking forward to is that I forget what it's called, but that new game that's being made by Naughty Dog, the creators of Naughty Dog.
Last of Us.
Jesus, like.
See, I don't know. I saw it and I'm like. It looks like Left 4 Dead with Dead Island, but apparently the enemies aren't zombies, but they basically are. I think I was reading something about people being, bitten by ants and stuff. It looks cool, and the video, which is all real time, looks fantastic, but I want to see the game first, if it's like just a Left 4 Dead clone, which I don't think it's gonna be, but...
Yeah, I doubt it. I think it's gonna be awesome. Like, I looked at the trailer, and it just like, it feels like they took everything they learned from the Uncharted series, like the facial animation, and just like freaking upped it to like 1,000,000,000%. It just looks so good. Like, it just means that it looks so damn good.
They opted for 1,000,000,000%? Ladies and gentlemen, there you have knowledge being dropped by my co-host Voice.
Hey, listen,
what does it even mean?
There was no cutting, so you're gonna hear what I have to say. But yeah, I think I don't know. Is there anything else you want to cover? I think we covered pretty much everything.
That's pretty much it for the VGA Awards for the other trailers. Expect at least one more podcast before the end of the year, where me and Voice make the controversial choice of Game of the Year.
Booyah!
For our console of the year as well, which
Booyah.
I think I only play Xbox, but
I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be the Wii.
See you next time, guys.
Later.